Today I'll be reading an article from the Journal of Molecular Psychiatry. This was published in 2022, and you can read the full article here on nature.com. I'll put the link in the description. The name of the article is The Serotonin Theory of Depression, a Systematic Umbrella Review of the Evidence. And I'll just be reading the abstract today. The serotonin hypothesis of depression is still influential. We aim to synthesize and evaluate evidence on whether depression is associated with lower serotonin concentration or activity in a systemic umbrella review of the principal relevant areas of research. PubMed, Embase, and PsycInfo were searched using terms appropriate to each area of research from their inception until December 2020. Systematic reviews, meta-analyses, and large data set analyses in the following areas were identified: serotonin and serotonin metabolites, 5-HIAA, concentrations in body fluids, serotonin 5-HT1A, receptor binding, serotonin transporter or SERT, levels measured by imaging or at postmortem, tryptophan depletion studies, SERT gene associations, and SERT gene environmental interactions. Studies of depression associated with physical conditions and specific subtypes of depression, for example, bipolar depression, were excluded. 2 independent reviewers extracted the data and assessed the quality of included studies using the AmStar2, an adapted AmStar2, or the Strega for a large genetic study. The certainty of study results was assessed using a modified version of the grade. We did not synthesize results of individual meta-analyses because they included overlapping studies. The review was registered with Prospero. 17 studies were included: 12 systematic reviews and meta-analyses, 1 collaborative meta-analysis, 1 meta-analysis of large cohort studies, 1 systematic review and narrative synthesis, 1 genetic association study, and 1 umbrella review. Quality of reviews was variable, with some genetic studies of high quality. 2 meta-analyses of overlapping studies examining the serotonin metabolite 5-HIAA showed no association with depression, with the largest N size of 1,002. 1 meta-analysis of cohort studies of plasma serotonin showed no relationship with depression, and evidence that lowered serotonin concentration was associated with antidepressant use, with an N of 1,869. 2 meta-analyses of overlapping studies examining the 5-HT1A receptor with the largest N of 561, and 3 meta-analyses of overlapping studies examining SERT binding with the largest N of 1845 showed weak and inconsistent evidence of reduced binding in some areas, which would be consistent with increased synaptic availability of serotonin in people with depression if this was the original causal abnormality. However, effects of prior antidepressant use were not reliably excluded. 1 meta-analysis of tryptophan depletion studies found no effect in most healthy volunteers with an N of 566, but weak evidence of an effect in those with a family history of depression with an N of 75. Another systematic review with an N of 342 and a sample of 10 subsequent studies, N of 407, found no effect in volunteers. No systematic review of tryptophan depletion studies has been performed since 2007. The 2 largest and highest quality studies of the SERT gene, 1 genetic association study with an N of 115,257 and 1 collaborative meta-analysis with an N of 43,165, revealed no evidence of an association with depression or of an interaction between genotype stress and depression. The main areas of serotonin research provide no consistent evidence of there being an association between serotonin and depression, and no support for the hypothesis that depression is caused by lowered serotonin activity or concentrations. Some evidence was consistent with the possibility that long-term antidepressant use reduces serotonin concentration. As always, nothing on this channel is meant to be medical advice, and medical decisions should be between you and your primary care physician. I hope you enjoyed the video. Dr. Weber out.